स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम् स्वधर्मज्ञानवैराग्य साध्यभक्त्येकगोचरः नारायणः परम् ब्रह्म गीताशास्त्रे समीरितः श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि
योगाभास विधिर्योगी चतुर्था योग साधनम् योग सिद्धि स्वयोगस्य पारम्यम् षष्ठ उच्यते. Madam can read the English meaning.
The process of practicing the yoga of meditation and mental concentration, the four varieties of successful yogins, the means for success in the practice of yoga, the certainty of success in yoga, and the supremacy of the yoga relating to himself are taught in the sixth chapter.
Thank you. The process of practicing, that's called vidhi, first line. Yoga abhasa vidhi. So the process is vidhi. And practicing the yoga is yoga. Yoga. Again, you can say yoga is meditation. And it is added to mental concentration. So both the words yoga of meditation and your mental concentration. Now, the word abhasaha is what we call reflection, that's called otherwise called concentration. Reflection, mental reflection, reflection of ideas, recapitulation, and it is almost shines like yoga. Yoga is discipline, as you know. Yoga is discipline. Yoga is what we call the strict adherence to a particular concept, namely karma, jnana, and bhakti. So abhasa will be what we call a shining reflection. The reflection is not dull. It's a shining reflection. So by meditation, your mind, or rather our mind becomes bright. That is why we say we have tejas. The educated man can be differentiated from the illiterate because of the tejas in the face, in the way in which he behaves, the decency in his words, and therefore that's called yoga abhasa. Unfortunately, this is misused in Tamil, so don't recollect that word in Tamil. So yogi is otherwise translated as yogin. There are four varieties of yogin. Yogi Chaturdha. Yogi Chaturdha. We always talked about Karma Yogin, Jnana Yogin, Bhakti Yogin, Prapatti Yogin. We are not very sure that according to Govindacharya, whether Prapatti Yoga is included as Chaturda. Let us see other, because there are four types of, we have already what we call Artharthi, Moksharthi, Jnani, and one more. I think Keshavdas Swami will remember.
Yes. Chaturvida bhajante mam jnana sakritinojana artho jigyasur artarti jnanicha bharatarshavaha.
So Jignasu. So Jignasu is the first one. Then Artharthi is the second one. Third one is Moksharthi, and fourth one is Jnani. Now let us take it as Yogin here, Chaturda, as Karma, Jnana, Bhakti, and Prapatti. So Chaturtha is Yoga Sadhanam. Now again remember, Yoga meaning the Lord. Yoga meaning the Lord. Or the union of the individual soul with the Supreme Soul is called Yoga. Please remember, Yoga in Sanskrit meaning union, joint endeavor, joint enterprise, namely between the individual soul and the Supreme Soul. Yoga in Tamil says it is luck. Luck. Yoga is luck. So again, I can say, corresponding to the Tamil meaning, the individual soul is lucky, and the Supreme Soul is also lucky. We saw, without a devotee, there is no God. There is no use of God. Without a God, there is no use of devotion. Already Alvar said it. Again, Alavandar Yamunacharya, who is written this Gitartha Sangraha, said in Stotra Ratnam, you have to take pity on the individual soul, namely me. If you do not take pity on me, what else do you have to do? You have no other work. You have no other duty. Kampaniyaha, he says, Kampaniyaha. In Stotraratnam, he says Kampaniyaha. Kampa meaning pity, sympathy. Kampaniyaha kaha, if you are avoiding me, if you are not blessing me, then who will be fit for your compassion? He says. And you are the one who is dependent by me. I depend on you. And therefore, you have to show pity, because without you, I don't get pity from anybody else. That is what we call concentration. There is a link between the soul, individual soul, and the Supreme Soul. And this link cannot be severed at any time, cut off at any time. We saw again, remember, the 9 relationships. And here we have 4 yogins. So let us take Bhagavad Gita's words. Jignasuhu, who wants to know who Brahman is, who Almighty is, who the Supreme Soul is, who it is. Great person, omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. Who is that? He wants to understand. So Jignasu, the Vigraha Vakyam, what we call the parsing, P-A-R-S-I-N-G. Parsing will be separating the word meanings by word. The Vigraha Vakyam of the word Jignasu will be Jnatum Ichu. One who wants to know. One who wants to know in the sense, understand, realize. Not only understand, realize. Realize by self-experience. Others cannot tell him. Others cannot describe to him the experience. The experience is personal. The experience is exclusive. The experience is abstract, and it is not done by anybody else. Only one individual soul can enjoy the bliss, and therefore it's called mental concentration. So coming to this verse again, the 10th verse. Yogi Chaturtha, the yogi is of 4 types. So Jignasu is the first one. Second is Artharthi. We ask for many material benefits. We ask for many material benefits. I told you already what transpired in some other session with the other Swami, namely Madhavacharya Swami, namely the Prapatti Yoga, Prapatti method will give all benefits. We can reap all benefits, what you call the material benefits also by Prapatti. If it is not so, nobody will do Prapatti. Majority will not do Prapatti. And therefore, Prapatti is said to offer all facilities. Here, so the second one is Artharthi, one who wants to have a lot of wealth, physical wealth. Then next one comes to the Moksharthi, one who wants Moksharthi. Moksharthi is a Bhakti Yogi. You can correspondingly say this. So Moksharthi will be Bhakti Yogi. So a Bhakti Nishtha otherwise called, seeks or the emancipation, and therefore it's called the Moksharthi. Then lastly, Jnani. Jnani will not ask for anything except the preeti of the Lord, except the affection of the Lord. Because he knows that even moksha, you can call it an eternal bliss, that also is not needed for him. He is worshipping the Lord for the sake of worship. So that will be yoga sadhanam. So here, yoga bhasa vidihi will be yoga sadhanam. The first word should be connected with the last word in the second line. Yoga bhasa vidihi, the rule, the process of the yoga will be the sadhanam. But again, I remind ourselves that yoga is Lord, so Lord is the sadhanam, Lord is the means, Lord is the approaching method, Lord is the road to the final goal. Then yoga siddhihi, again translated as success in yoga. In English, it is given as success in yoga. Again, it is called certainty of the success in yoga. We are not to have less faith, less sincerity, less belief, and so on. So you have to have full belief, full sincerity, full faithfulness, and full faith. And that will lead to what we call yoga. Again, yoga, I mean the union between the individual soul and the Supreme Soul. Here, so success in yoga, whenever we call anybody yogi, and that yogi is supposed to be successful, never a failure, never a failure. That's why it's given as 4 varieties of successful yogi. Again, in order to have success in the practice of yoga, we remind ourselves that yoga is the Lord. So yoga siddhi is getting him, reaching him. So yoga siddhi. Then of course, how to practice, it is what we call swayogasya. Swayogasya. Little selfish, it presupposes the selfishness. relating to himself. Swayogasya. Now we have a choice here. We practice heavily the Karma Yoga. We practice, again I repeat, we practice heavily the Karma Yoga, giving less importance to Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga or even Prapatti Yoga. So we are concentrating on the Karma Yoga. Some of us are doing it. Some of us are after Jnana Yoga. Some of us are possessing Bhakti Yoga. We call it in different names. What is Bhakti? We have our own definition. Therefore, Swayoga. We have our own imagination. What will be the Bhakti? What will be the standard of Bhakti? What will be the scale of Bhakti? How will you measure Bhakti? How do you go about Bhakti? And so on. Lastly, the Swayogasya. Swayogasya is, now please remember Swa. Swa means property. I think I have told you once. Swa means property. Swa means self, belonging to the self, belonging to the individual self. Now here, Swa, please remember, we are the property of the God. There is no question of our possessing anything. There is no possession belonging to us. No possession belonging to us. So Swa means again the Lord. Again the Lord. Because he, as you know, in Sattvika Tyaga, he performs the action. So he performs for the property of the action. He takes care of the property, namely us. And therefore, Swayogasya. Swayogasya, Yogasya will be again. So, Lord Almighty takes care of us, takes care of what we do, that is Karma Yoga, takes care of the knowledge, so grants wisdom, and you can say grant devotion, and he sees that we do prapatti. So all is what we call actions of the Lord, and that is meaning after having created the world, the universe, he feels that it is his own bounden duty to guide the world. And therefore, Swayogasya. That is why we get the word lastly, Paramyam. Paramyam. Paramyam is supremacy. The English spelling is little wrong. Supremacy. So Paramyam. So Paramyam meaning the highest quality. There is nothing beyond this highest quality. There is nobody above him. So this Paramyam is what we call Swayogasya. Now remember that we are not performing our action. Because he is performing the action, so he is responsible for everything, and his responsibility is the highest. His practice of yoga is the highest. His practice of yoga in 4 forms is the highest, and so on. And that is expressed in Shashta Uchyate. Shashta Uchyate will be Shashte Uchyate. It is in Saptami Vibhakti. So in the 6th chapter, Uchyate, it is being said. The total will be, though many times the word yoga is there. First line yoga is there, yogi is there. Second line yoga is there. Fourth line 2 times yoga and yogasya. So all may not confuse us because while practicing the process of yoga, whether it is karma, jnana, bhakti, and prapatti, or a combination of all, as it is, combination of all. Yoga is a combination of all. That yoga itself means combination. Yoga, I told you, union, the combination of the individual soul and the Supreme Soul. The Supreme Soul cannot cut away, cut off the connection between him and the individual soul. Because he has created, he has the high responsibility to take care of the individual soul, and therefore he has to do it. So yoga abhasa vidhir yogi. So yogi will be a realized soul. Yogi will be a person who has understood who God is. Yogi is a person who is otherwise now what we call muktaha, M-U-K-T-A, muktaha meaning the released soul. This yogi will not be here, of course, according to our sampradaya, Deshika sampradaya, and of course Kannacharya sampradaya. He cannot be a Jivan Mukta here. Living here, he cannot be a yogi. Yogi in what we call a complete sense, namely, he has realization, he has understood, the knowledge is complete, so he is Jnana Yogin. So again, of course, Chaturdha, then in a lower level, they are 4 in number, but the highest level is Jnana, Jnani. Jnani is the highest level. So he will be understanding who God is, and then he will be what we call a Nitya Suri, according to our Sampradaya. He will be permanently residing in the headquarters, namely Vaikunta, as a scholar, Suri. We call Nitya Suri. All our ancestors, we believe that they are all Nitya Suris now. So instead of saying they are in hell or heaven or they come back to be born again, no. We always believe that we have all our ancestors as Nitya Suri. Though Nitya Suri has a particular definition, Vishwaksena, the commander-in-chief, Garuda, the carrier, Adishesha, the bed. These three are called permanent Nitya Suri. So we also go to a place where there is no return. And therefore, Nacha Punar Avartate. Vedavakyam says, the scriptural sentence says, Nacha Punar Avartate. There is no return by the individual soul. Unless and otherwise, Lord decrees that one must be born again or one must come to the earth again to guide people as an acharya, as a great preceptor. And even to become a what we call recluse, a monk, a sannyasi, people say that people should be lucky. Practically speaking, the wife should allow the husband to become a sannyasi without her express what we call voluntary permission. A man cannot become a sannyasi, what we call yati, a pontiff. And therefore, so here we are not referring to those people here. The people who are here called Jignasu or Jignasu is here. Arthati is here, very much connected with the world. The Moksharthi here is not interested in this world but interested in the next world. He is worried about the destination. And finally, Jnani. The Jnani may not be here. He cannot be what you call Jivan Mukta here. All these are all, of course, liked by him. Especially Jnani is more dear to him, dearer to him than anybody else. Because Jnani has attempted all these yogas, karma, jnana, bhakti, and prapatti. We understand that he is very much closer to Lord. Otherwise, it is very easy. This Chaturdha yoga sadhanam. Though yoga sadhanam can ordinarily mean Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Prapatti Yoga are the instruments to approach the Lord. But remember, in all yogas, that Parama Yogi, I call him Parama Yogi, that yogi lives in all these yogas. And therefore, yoga sadhanam will be, Lord will be the instrument. Then yoga siddhi, the success will come on the yoga by the self experience. Swayogasya. Then that will be the highest one, paramya. That will be Shaktavilta. So we will go to the commentary, but before going to the commentary in Sanskrit of Swami Vedanta Desika's Gitartha Sangraha Raksha, we will have some discussion if necessary.
Swami, a couple of things. First thing is your explanation of abhasa. There are different meanings for abhasa, and I'm wondering if you, like I looked up abhasa in the dictionary, and it seems to be also, you were saying it means splendor or light. It also means shadow, no? Like a semblance of light, color, appearance.
Resplendent.
Yeah, resplendence. So, for instance, like in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, they have an idea about, they say nama bhasha, that there is they believe in the Harinam or the Divya Nam, the divine name of God, as being very great, and they say that if you are chanting, but you're not purely chanting, or if you're then it is called, they call it nama bhasha. So it is a semblance of the pure name of God. And they say that in the story of, in the Bhagavatam of Ajamila, he was chanting in this way, Nama Bhasha. So this yoga bhasa, can it mean a semblance of yoga, or not exactly yoga?
It is semblance of yoga. The semblance of yoga becomes the real yoga later.
I see. So
What happens is, practically speaking, when we start our karma yoga, our sincerity is less, our faith is zero, and afterwards we go on developing, and then so initially it is a semblance. We seem to practice yoga, but it is not real. Later on, it becomes very serious, and Jnana Yoga is attached. Bhakti Yoga joins. Then Prapatti Yoga is the final action, falling at the divine feet. In all this, our progress is slow, and therefore it's called semblance. Otherwise, there is no. You can take it as resplendent. Splendor, it's a splendor of yoga.
Right.
Suppose you have come to the pinnacle climax. You have reached the final stage of yoga. Then again it is called abhasa, in the sense, not semblance, but your yoga will be a shining one. A shining one.
Right. So my understanding about yoga bhasha is that it indicates that the yoga that we do here in this world is a semblance of the real yoga, because ultimately the real yoga, the real union, will come only when we go to moksha in Vaikuntha.
The answer to your idea is, when we have not studied scriptures fully. We don't understand the ideas even after study. There are not many preceptors to teach us the ideas or the inner meaning of the scriptures. The scriptures tell you what to do and what not to do. Again, even when we understand a little, we get some confusion also with it. What is truth and what is palatable truth, what is unpalatable truth and what is lie. We've got a lot of discussion, but we don't come to a conclusion. But we go on practicing this yoga. Because our elders told us, and all the books tell us, these are the actions that are to be performed, and these are the actions not to be avoided. Now we end in a mix-up. We are neither here nor there. We are halfway through. We are not so mature to follow all that is said in scripture. We are not strict in following the yoga. That is why the word semblance. We are not deep in the yoga. We understand that my bhakti is not deep. My bhakti is not as expected of me. My bhakti is not enough. My devotion is not enough. That is why we have problems. What you call the physical, mundane problems of this world are also due to our lack of understanding of these yogas, karma, jnana, bhakti, and so on. We have either misunderstanding or less knowledge about all this. And therefore, now we don't have a complete knowledge. When we have complete knowledge, we become the jnana. So slowly we are progressing. We don't say we are going down. So we are progressing, and the progress is very slow. Because bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate. Why should we have so many births even as a human being? When there is a faculty of understanding, there are books to read, there are preceptors to approach, and with all this facility, we have to undergo a lot of birth. And therefore it's a long process, and therefore it's called semblance of yoga. Otherwise a good translation is semblance of yoga. But once we become jnanis, then it shines like the sun. The Lord's brightness is Koti Surya Samaprabha. His light is equal to crores of, not crore, 1 crore, crores of suns. We cannot even imagine that what we call the expanse of this definition, or the quality or the quantity of this definition. We cannot. Dhritarashtra refused to see the Vishwarupa of the Lord, though he had no external vision. What we call Mamsa Chakshuhu, we say in Sanskrit. Mamsa Chakshuhu. In the flesh of the body, we have the eye. So he was blind by birth, and he was not ready to see the Lord in the Vishwarupam, in the mental vision also, because he felt that he is incapable of looking at the Lord. Two weaknesses. One is the weakness of the mind, and the second is the guilty consciousness of Dhritarashtra. Sometimes he was very impartial towards the cousins, Duryodhana and Pandava. Sometimes he was more affectionate to his own sons. And he was toiling and, toggling between many emotions. And therefore he was not a complete jnani. Though Lord Krishna wanted to bless him with Vishwarupam. Karna saw, Arjuna saw. Only some people were shown the Vishwarupam.
Right. So not everybody on the battlefield saw the Vishwarupam of the Lord.
Yeah.
And Krishna also told Arjuna that nobody has seen this particular Vishwarupam before.
Yeah.
But Sanjaya is
Arjuna was also a failure in understanding the vision of the Lord.
He didn't understand it at first.
Yeah, he did not understand fully. He's a bad student.
Really?
Yeah.
So he was, but he said after seeing the Vishwarupa, he said, "I prefer to see another form of you. I want to."
He says at the end of Bhagavad Gita, is Gitartha Sangraha, all his doubts are gone. But really, every time after receiving the Bhagavad Gita from the very mouth of the Lord, his behavior was different. His behavior was not like Sahadeva. Sahadeva understood more. Not Sahadeva as we say in Tamil. So Sahadeva, though he is a stable keeper, though he is he is an astrologer, but he understood more Lord Krishna than any other Pandava. Even Yudhishthira, though very good in many qualities, but he was not very much. But of course, final goal when he is going to heaven, he was the one to lead a dog along with him. It's called the Swarga Arohana Parva in Mahabharata, ascending to heaven.
You're saying Yudhishthira?
Yudhishthira.
Yudhishthira went with the dog.
All others died. All others died in the intermediate path. So why is this? That's why the word semblance is a semblance. Again, nobody is a jnani in full measure. And a jnani will be in Vaikuntha.
Okay,
of
so
course, some are worshipped like Ramanujacharya, Manavala Mamunihar, in Tannacharya Sampradaya. Many preceptors, Vedanta Acharya, Venkatanatha in Deshika Sampradaya, all are worshipped as God. They are God heads also. But others do not understand. There are many, of course, many preceptors. என்னுயிர் தந்தளித்தவரை சரணம்புத்தி யானடைவேன் அவர் குருக்கள் நினைவணங்கி பின்னருளால் பெரும்பூதூர் வந்தவர்கள். Our sampradaya has been founded by Ramanujacharya, of course, with the earlier preceptor. பெரும்பூதூர் வந்தவர்கள் பெரிய நம்பி ஆள வந்தார் யமுனாச்சாரியா, மணக்கால் நம்பி நன்னறியை அவர் குறைத்த உயர் கொண்டார் நாதமுனி. Shatagopan is Nammalvar, Shatagopan. Then Nathamani, Shatagopan, Vishwaksena, the chief of the army staff. Then Innamada Tirumahal, Mahalakshmi, the goddess of fortune. And finally, Lord. we say Manakal Nammi Nanneri Avarkurta Uyakonda, Nathako, Nathamudi, Shatagovan, Shanai Nathan, Innamuda Thirumahal and Ivare Muniti, Emberman Thiruvadigal Adaginde. We make a propati to the Lord finally. Lord is the first preceptor, second is Mahalakshmi, third is Vishwaksena, fourth is Nammalva, Shatakopa. Then goes on further. The Guru Parampara, as you said, Guru Parampara is there. The Guru Parampara has a climax in Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya had two immediate preceptors, though he has not seen those two, Yamunacharya Adavandar and Nathamuni. Nathamuni lived very early and Yamunacharya missed him miserably. And then, of course, Vedanta Deshika also missed all. But he understood all the works of Ramanujacharya. And also of the previous preceptors like Yamunacharya. And therefore, now again, what I mean, how do you say that we don't understand God? I'll tell you examples today. Vedanta Deshika said in his Rahasya Trayasara, I think we have come to about four surprising incidents. Number one, though I mean, the words are little different. Ahalya, the lady, the wife of Gautama, the sage, she was cursed to be invisible. The invisibility of Ahalya ended with the visit of Rama in her hermitage. We say, of course, by the touch of the dust on the divine feet of Lord Rama, she became alive. This is a surprising incident. So what we call the wonder. This is the first wonder Swami Vedanta Deshika mentions. The second wonder, Lord Krishna brought to life a coal stick, a burnt coal stick. That was that was delivered off by Abhimanyu's wife, and Parikshit was born, and Parikshit was made live, and that was another surprising thing.
You saying that Parikshit was the fetus was destroyed by Brahmastra, and
by the what we call Apandava Astra by Ashwatthama.
And so you're saying Ashwatthama burnt the fetus of Parikshit until it was a burnt stick?
Yeah.
And then Lord Krishna brought him to life again?
Yeah.
I see.
The third one is what we call Putana, the killing of the demoness. And because Putana came and touched touched the child Krishna, and therefore she got moksha. These are all certain, we have come to, I think, 4. All the demons who died at the hands of Lord Krishna went to heaven. How? So we don't understand. But to all of them, all these are surprising incidents. Amazing wonders. But how to understand it? Why Lord does it? I mean, even we can understand by the touch. We call it a soporific touch, a smooth touch, a soothing touch, made them what we call say, can even say Nityasuri, or rather heaven residents. How? If you ask why, how? Rama, when he finished his incarnation, when he came to sorry, the close of the incarnation, He took all the living beings and non-living beings from Ayodhya to heaven. Actually, Vaikuntha, not even heaven. He did not even leave a worm or a grass. Purpal Ayodhya Vaikunthathukku ஏற்றி, he took them to heaven, took them to the headquarters. How? He gave moksha to everyone. And also in Krishna Avatara, there is one person called Dadhi Bandan. He is a potter. He already, I think we discussed, he requested moksha for his pot. And that was also granted. Then Achetana, is given the moksha. An insentient being is given the moksha. So these are all certain things which we don't know. That is why it's called semblance of yoga.
Right. So again, you said that Dhritarashtra didn't see the Vishvarupa, but Sanjaya was telling him about the Vishvarupa. So when he heard from Sanjaya about the Lord's Vishvarupa, when Sanjaya is speaking the 10th chapter, 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, then he's hearing it. So he is not believing it. Like some people on the battlefield, they're also not seeing it. So did they see it and not believe it, or did they not see it at all?
No, he was given the vision, but he requested Lord Krishna to stop abruptly.
Arjuna asked Lord Krishna to stop.
Arjuna, of course, had seen.
But Arjuna saw the Vishvarupa. After he saw the Vishvarupa, he saw Charubhuja Krishna, four-handed Krishna, and then again Krishna with two arms. Is it?
He saw that the universal form, what we call Vishvarupa, universal form. All the creations contained in him. That is all-pervading Lord.
Right, but it was a gigantic form, no? Yeah. It was a gigantic form.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you. My other question was about you're comparing these four types of yogis. You're comparing them to 7th chapter, 16th verse, Chaturvida bhajante mam. And also the 15th verse is mentioning four types of people who are not yogis, who are not namam duskritina mudha papadyante naradama maya pritigyana asuram bhavamasrita. So you're comparing these four types of yogis in this verse to the four types of people who worship Krishna in 7th chapter, 16th verse. But 7th chapter, 15th verse, also people who do not worship the Lord. They are also given four. Can you say something about this? Namam duskritina mudha padyante naradama maya pritigyana asuram bhavamasrita. Should we look at those verses?
Yeah, I want the verse also. But again, it's Mam na vijananti sammudaha, right? Sammuda mam na vijananti. These are the words.
Where?
Or maybe, no, please give me the 15th verse. Namam duskritino mudhaha prapadyante naradhamaha mayaya apakrita jnanaha asuram bhavam ashritaha. Right? So we are here, the Bhagavad Gita distinguishes between Asura Yogi and the real Yogi. So here, these are all, this verse gives all negative aspects of those who do not worship at all. Dushkritino, they always do bad deeds. Muda, they are foolish. They are morons. 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 They don't fall at the feet of the Lord. Na mam prapadyante. Na mam prapadyante. They are naradhamaha. They are the worst of the lot in the humanity. Because why are they so? Mayaya apakrita jnanaha. Their wisdom has been snatched away by the illusion. That the illusion plays a very what we call crucial role in confusing people. Maya itself is a creation of the Lord. Maya, it's called Jagan Mohini. It attracts the entire world. That's what we call a screen which hides the Lord from the vision from us. And again, it is compared to whenever a human being is born, there is what we call Shatavayu. The air envelops the child, that the child does not know where it was born. No, the child, the child which is just born a few seconds does not know anything except sucking the milk of the mother. It knows how to suck the milk of the mother because of the previous birth's samskara, what you call latent impression of the previous birth, and therefore it is able to drink the milk, whereas no other knowledge is there. Particularly Mayaya apakrita jnanaha. The knowledge has been snatched away from by the illusion, and then asuram bhavam ashrita. They have become demons, demoniac in character, demonic in character. So this is the opposite of yogi. It's completely opposite of yogi, antonym of yogi. Asuraha is antonym of yogi. You can call this dushkriti, antonym of karma yogi. Mudaha, antonym of jnana yogi. Then na prapadyante, therefore it is called the antonym of bhakti yogi or prapatti yogi. Prapatti yogi, antonym of prapatti yogi. Then on bhakti yogi, mayaya apakrita jnana. So naradamaha, the lowest of the humanity. Now this is what we call, this is of course Lord Krishna's words, but these need not be looked into very deeply because please remember in Sanskrit there is what we call literary criticism, the best in the world, the best field of criticism, the best field in Sanskrit is literary criticism, and all the languages of the world take a cue or take the lead from the Sanskrit world of literary criticism. So in the literary criticism, we have lot of definitions, especially definition of a drama. In the drama, we have a definition of a hero, but there is no definition of a villain. Meaning that the villain has all the opposite qualities of a hero. Opposed to all the qualities of a hero, and he is the worst person in the world. That is villain. It's called Pratinayaka. We have no word also for villain. Pratinayakaha. Pratinayakaha. Nayakaha hero. Pratinayaka is an anti-hero. So there is no definition for it. So you can't define now what is who is Naradhamaha, who is Mudha, who is Dushkriti, and so on. Who is Asura. All these words are synonyms now. Dushkriti, Mudha, Asura. The fourth word will be Mudaha, Dushkritino, Mudaha, Prapadyante. The next word to Prapadyante is Adhamaha, Naradhamaha. But Mayaya Apakrita Jnanaha, that is not in their hands. The illusion took away here their wisdom. Of course, the basic quality is they have been performing bad action, therefore they incurred sins, and the sins have an effect, and Maya confused them. Illusion confused them. It's of course a chain reaction, but in the first instance, whether we are, whether you can say whether we good people or the bad people, how do we start? How did we start with the punyam and papam? How did we start with doing good deeds and committing bad deeds? There is no beginning, and there is no ending of also. Over to.
So Swami, I just wanted to say thank you very much for explaining these two verses, 7:15 and 7:16. Can I make another proposal about the meaning of 7:15 and 7:16 according to my understanding?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we look at 7:16, I had a feeling to me that when Lord Krishna speaks about Chaturvida, that there are these four types of people, Bhajante, who worship him, Bhajanti Mam, right?
Bhajanti Mam.
Yeah, that in my limited understanding, I was thinking it may also apply. It may also represent the four castes. There are four castes. That there's that this Jnani.
No chance.
No, really?
No chance.
Just
you want to say Jnani is a Brahmin, Arthati is a Kshatriya.
No. I say Artarti is a Vaishya. Artarti is a Vaishya.
Okay.
He wants Jnani is a Brahmin. Jigyasu is the Kshatriya, and Arti, the Arto.
Artha means troubled man, suffering man.
Suffering man is a Shudra. This is my my suggestion.
No, you cannot equate like this.
Really?
How many Brahmins can be called Jnani? Vaishya, Arthati is okay, but they are avaricious. They are greedy. We are not talking about Arthati. Arthati is a person who wants wealth, but he doesn't covet another's wealth.
Okay.
He's a good man. is a good man. According to Lord Krishna, these four are good people,
Yeah, they're good
not
people.
bad. Good people.
Yeah, they're good people.
Artaha. Because again, Artaha, you cannot say suffering Shudra, because a Shudra takes pleasure in service. We call it Sat Shudra. A good Shudra will take pleasure in doing service to all other communities. So, Artaha, here it means a suffering person who is in a hurry, who is in what we call in emergency to seek the protection from the Lord. So, Artaha.
Arto, yeah. Arto.
Jignasu cannot be even equated to the Kshatriya, because a Kshatriya has more responsibilities to look after the nation, the Rajyam, the kingdom. Though there are so many instances that they are scholars, they are also jnanis. They are also jnanis. The kings were jnanis. Because they have enough wealth, they also were educated. They were highly educated. We don't have a what we call a foolish king, an idiotic king. No king is an idiot. And that means they are not sammudaha, they are not mudaha, they are not naradamaha. But Jignasu cannot be equated with the Kshatriya. No. Because though they have studied the scriptures, though they have understood scriptures, the Kshatriyas can understand scriptures, cannot read the scriptures with the swara accent. Otherwise, they can understand the scriptures. And again, they are not after the Lord. That's a problem. Because the Shastra itself says that king is the God for all the subjects. Therefore, they have lot of what you call mamakara, the sense of possession, and the sense of egoism for ahankara and mamakara. And therefore, they cannot be jignasu. A jignasu is a very sincere fellow who wants to know. Again, there is not many similarities between Kshatriya and jignasu. And Arthati, your Arthati connecting Vaishya is good in one sense. But here the Arthati is what we call a man who wants wealth by fair means. Because all the four are worshippers of God. If they are not worshippers of God, you can compare them with the four varnas. Nor that you can compare them with the four ashramas. The brahmachari is artho or artaha, or the brahmachari is jnani. You cannot have any comparison. The comparison also is idious.
Is what?
Idious.
Idious. Okay, I don't even know what that means. But
Because
anyway,
they don't go together.
okay, but it's because anyway. Just my idea was immediately when I see Gyani, I think of Brahman, and Jigyasa, inquisitive, is something less than Gyani.
Yeah.
And to me, Arto, a distressed person, is a person who doesn't know what to do, and he doesn't know what is to be done and what not to be done. That to me is a Sudra, and Arti to me is a Vaishya, a good Vaishya. A person who is worshiping God. Anyway, this struck me to be like that, and I also thought that about the previous verse, that I also thought that the Mudha is the Sudra, because he doesn't know what to do and what not to do.
Right.
That I thought that there is a person who is Maya Pritigyana, somebody who is a jnani, but his knowledge is incomplete or uncovered by illusion. That could be a Brahmin.
Ah.
And the asura I take to be the
Asuram bhavam.
the asura bhavam I take to be the kshatriya,
Oh.
and the naradama I take to be the vaishya. But anyway,
There's no what you call correlation between these two.
yeah, I understand that, but it's when I see it, when I see Krishna saying that there are 4 types of people who worship me and 4 types of people that don't worship me, I think in the society of Krishna there are 4 types of people, and these are the 4 castes.
What about Dushkritino? Dushkriti.
Yeah, all of them are Duskritis. All of them are Duskritinos. All of them are Namam Prapadyante, because they don't worship the Lord. But anyhow,
it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable.
Okay.
Because if you say Mudaha meaning Shudra, say Maya Apakita Jnana is Brahmin, you can say this way: bad Brahmins, bad Kshatriyas, bad Vaishyas, and bad Shudras.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Or bad Brahmins, bad Kshatriyas, bad Vaishyas, and bad.
That also will not fit in.
Okay. All right. Anyway, that's why I wanted to ask you what your opinion of my
Your thought of comparison is well founded, but it doesn't give any fruit.
Okay. Good. Okay. So do you want to go to the comment? The comment? Oh, Tanian or commentary? Tanian time. Okay.
Yeah, we'll take it up.
Unless anybody else has a question or comment about today's. One other thing I wanted to say about Abhasha, that this Ajamil story in the 6th canto of Bhagavatam, they give one verse there, explaining the semblance of Ramana Divyanam, the Harinam, or the holy name of God. There is a semblance or an abhasa of that Harinam is when Ajamila chanted, when at the time of death, Antima Shmriti, he chanted Narayana, thinking about his son. So it was not a pure cry to the Lord, it was a cry to his son. So they call that Namabha.
Son, S-O-N or S-U-N?
Yeah, S-O-N, his son, his progeny. And at the time of death, he was thinking of his progeny, his son, and so his son was named Narayana. So he called out Narayana. So the verse in Bhagavatam, Sanketyam Parihasyam Va, Stobam Helanam Evava, Vaikunta Nama Grahanam, Ashesha Grahanam Viduhu. So this is considered to be the definition of what is Abhasa of Harinam, the holy name, the semblance of the holy name.
Oh, I mean, you said Gaudiya Sampradaya
says so. Yes. Do you want to see the verse?
Yeah. And before that, I want you to remember what you know as the usual 2 examples: rope snake,
yes,
the shell silver.
Shell silver. Okay.
In all the philosophical works, you get the 2 examples. You look at the shell, the seashell, and mistake it as a silver coin. So shell silver.
Right.
Shuktau Rajatam, we say in Sanskrit. Shuktau Rajatam. Shukti is a shell, Rajatam is silver. And you bend down and take it with an interest. It's a coin. It's not coin. It's a shining. It's called Abhasa. Abhasa is a shining object.
Mm.
And second one is the rope snake. Rope snake. So look at the rope, mistake it as snake, then your illusion is over. As soon as you touch the rope.
Right.
In semi-darkness, you see the rope and you identify it as snake first. And that is what we call, as in Advaita, it's called pratibhasika satta. It's a momentary illusion of falsehood. It's not true, it's not real. You see snake first, you are afraid of the rope. You are afraid of the rope. Then
Right.
the feeling of fear goes off as you get near the rope. So this is what we call abhasa. Abhasa is rather reflection or the semblance of a silver coin in the shell, seashell, and a semblance of snake in a rope. That is what we call abhasa.
Uh-huh.
In the logics, in the Nyaya book, we have this.
Okay. So
You can see, you can show me the Bhagavata sloka. Sanketyam, Parihasyam, Va, Tobham, Helanam, Evava, Vaikuntha Nama Grahanam, Ashesha
ga
Agaharam. Okay.
agaharam.
Ashesha Agaharam Vidu. Okay. Very nice. It's 6th skanda, 2nd chapter, and 14th verse. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So the holy name immediately freed from the reactions of the unlimited thing. Even if it stands indirectly to indicate something else, jokingly or musical entertainment, and also even neglectfully. I will translate it as Sanketyam. Sanketyam is okay. What we call a signal, like a symbolic representation of the God's name. Sanketyam is symbolic. Parihasyam, as usual, as it is there, a joke. It's a humor. Then Stobam doesn't mean actually musical entertainment. It's what we call it's what we call, it is in tension. You mention the name of God in tension. When you are restless, Stobam is what we call mental unrest, is called Stobam. Not musical entertainment. Please verify. I am subject to correction.
Okay,
Stobam
so
is
stobam means like when we kick ourselves or we're surprised or something, and we speak the name of God.
no. This is what we call you are perturbed. Your mind is restless. Then you mention the name of the God. Stobam. And then Helanam is mockery. It is mockery. My Helanam is mockery. Not neglectfully. Helanam is you curse God. You make fun of God. That is Helanam. It is not. It's not neglectfully. Helanam is not avoiding. Neglectfully, you avoid the mention of the name. You want to go away from the mention of the name. No, Helanam is what we call making fun, mockery. Again, it's a joke, but it hurts others. When I make a joke, when I make a humor, it should be a harmless humor normally, but here it is harmful humor. It's called Helanam. Harmful humor. Sanketyam is as usual. For example, in Srirangam, there has been a practice in olden days to sell rice, RIC. The rice vendor takes a bag in a cycle. In those days, I don't know whether in a cycle or on the head. We keep the bag on the head, rice bag on the head. And because he is in Srirangam, he is not mentioning the 3 letters of rice in Tamil. Arishi. 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 He calls out Arishi. No, he calls out Ari. Because the she will be left out because it is a one first letter of the word of Lord Shiva. So he is what we call Sanketyam. Sanketyam is an example. In the guise of selling rice, he is mentioning the name of the god, Ari. Ari Vikalayo, Ari Vikalayo, Ari Vikala, Ari will be, I am selling Ari. Ari in the sense, Tirupavi says, Ari endra Peraravam, Mella எழுந்து, Yogigalum, Mella எழுந்து, Munivargalum, Yogigalum, Mella எழுந்து, Ari endra Peraravam. That is Tirupavi. So, all the people, great people, sages are saying when they get up in the morning, Sri Hari He, 7 times. The whole city is full of this sound. It is like a blast in the loudspeaker. All of them sing. They are going to the temple, and therefore, so that Ari, for example, in Sanskrit, Ari means enemy. Hari means enemy. We have the Tamil form of Hari. Hari will become Ari in Tamil. Why I say this? This is what we call Sanketya. Without knowing what he says, he mentions the names of God. Is it the way that Gaudiya Sampradaya remembers the semblance of Harinama, Nama Abhasa? No. The second one is Parihasyam. Parihasyam, you make fun with God's activity. I can give you one example from Alankara, a book of Alankara, what you call embellishment, what you call figure of speech. You scold Ganges, the river Ganges. The river Ganges is holy. You scold Ganges by saying, you don't distinguish between the good people and the sinners. When the sinners come to take bath, you also take them to heaven. But really speaking, it is only efficacy of the Ganges to take even sinners to heaven. But we say partiality towards the sinners because good people who have throughout their life have been doing good deeds, and they are in the same status with people who have all through the life did bad deeds. The meaning is what we call scolding Ganges, the Parihasya. Is what we call Vyaja Ninda in Sanskrit or Ninda Stuti. You can apparently praise a person by scolding, or you can apparently praise a person by scolding. So that is Parihasya. Whereas the third one is very dangerous, Stobam. Stobam is you have a mental disturbance. And that is not musical entertainment. That means we are musically entertaining with some God's name, that you are very calm. You are calm. You have an equanimity of mind. You know the situation. But Stobam is different. I repeat the same word. Disturbance in the mind. What we call oscillations. Oscillations in the heart. So that's called Stobam. Helanam is again making fun of the Almighty. Krishna Vilasa Kavyam, a book by Sukumara Kavi, a poet called Sukumara from Kerala. Fortunately, 12 cantos are available, but it seems that he has written more cantos. It's called Krishna Vilasa Kavyam. What you call the gentleness or the sport, the Leela of Lord Krishna. He is talking about Vamana Avatara in the first chapter, first Sarga. He says, did you not feel ashamed to extend your forehand to beg Mahabali? Did you not feel the shame? Now, see, we are not making fun of the Lord, but that leads you to moksha. He says, I repeat the word. Did you not feel the shamefulness while you extended your forehand to seek Mahabali, a favor from Mahabali? Mahabali was a Rakshasa, was a demon by birth. But you are requesting a demon to give you three what do you call strides of foot, 3 strides of foot. Whereas because you know you are a cunning fellow. Yeah. Normally in Tamil also we say a short man, a dwarf cannot be believed. In Tamil we have a proverb. Kallanai nambinalum kullanai namba kudadu. You can believe a thief, but you cannot believe a short man, a dwarf. So here Vamana Avtara is the source for this proverb. And he is, according to the what you call evolution of the incarnation, he is underdeveloped. Vamana is underdeveloped. Narasimha is with all bad emotions. Parashurama, little improvement, only the anger is there. The what you call vengeance, not even anger, the vengeance. And Rama becomes a full man. Krishna becomes God. There's an evolution. From Matsya Avatara, the fish incarnation, the fish can only live in water. The next Kurma, the tortoise, will live both in water and land. This is what we call evolution. Then we have Varaha. It's a wild boar in the forest, which has what we call no mind. So Varaha, no mind to think. I mean, according to the animal's behavior. Then Kurma Varaha, then Narasimha is half lion and half man. It's a slow progress. The animal instinct has not disappeared, but the human instinct shows its head. So here, so it's all what we call the evolution of incarnation. So what we say is you scold God, then you get the benefit.
Okay, so this idea of evolution, is this are people speaking like this about the Das avatars only after Darwin made his theory of evolution, or was this an idea even before the Westerners had the idea of Darwinian evolution?
Yeah, all other avatars also can be taken on. Hayagriva, Dattatreya, Dhanvantari, Kapila, so many other incarnations, 22 incarnations in Srimad Bhagavatam, and 50 little later, 50, infinity later.
50 incarnations are mentioned where?
In some other Purana.
Okay, but so to continue on, for Rama is the complete man and Krishna is the God.
Yeah.
And then after Krishna comes
Kal-
in
Buddha
Kalki,
or Kalki,
Buddha
whatever.
or Kalki, yeah. So what does that mean?
That is the end of the Yuga.
No,
End of
no.
the universe.
In terms of evolution, though, to carry
the
on
evolution,
the analogy, to carry on the analogy.
We have to think of once you get what you call divinity. I think there's no other thinking about the last incarnation, Kalki.
And also Lord Baladev, Lord Balaram, where does he fit in?
Yeah, Balaraman is not considered one of the incarnations. The Balarama also is exactly like Parshurama, with all emotions,
But
uncontrolled emotions.
But for instance, in the case of Parashurama, as you say, he took vengeance. But Balarama walked away. Balaram went for Tirtha Yatra.
No, that was the what you call stooge. We say stooge by Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna, I think you have heard this story. Maybe Madam also could know very well. He created an illusion. Lord Krishna created an illusory scene. He became a cow to graze the field of Balarama. And then Krishna reported, oh elder brother, a cow is grazing our field, eating a lot of grains. Then Balarama asked innocently what to do. Then he said, you take a stone and hit it, it will go away. The Balarama took a stone, a small stone, and hit it. Maybe threw at it, that's all. It did not fall on the cow. The cow did die, fell dead. And therefore Krishna said, oh Balarama, you have committed a murder. Brahmahati dosham. Brahmahati dosha. Therefore you have to go for Tirtha Yatra. Otherwise I will not allow you to participate in the Mahabharata war on the side of Duryodhana. Balarama was a friend of Duryodhana.
I see.
And therefore, if had Balarama been in the side of Duryodhana in the war, everything will be collapsing.
I see.
We'll have a collapse. Total annihilation.
Right, but in the Bhagavatam, Balarama is also considered to be an avatara, and but you're saying and also if we go to Dasavatar Shanidhi in Sri Rangam, Hobalamat Dasavatar Sannidhi, there is a deity of Balarama that is carrying the hala, the plow. His Halayuda. And so he is also considered one of the Dasavatars.
But Lakshmana is not considered incarnation. Adishesha incarnated as Lakshmana, second time Balarama, third time Ramanujacharya, and fourth time we say Vedanta Deshika.
Vedanta Deshika.
Yeah. And also I can say Patanjali who wrote Mahabhashyam, is the incarnation of Adishesha.
I think Tenacharya Sampradaya says that Balarama incarnated as
Manavala Maman.
No, they say first of all Ramanuja and then Manavala Mamuni.
Yeah.
But you're saying that Deshika Sampradaya says that Vedanta Deshika is also an incarnation of an avatar of Lakshman?
Some of us interpret it that way, but it's not a common acceptance.
So some people believe that. But when we see the deity of Manavala Mamuni, always we see the Shesha above his head. They put to indicate. But so to get this straight, there are some people in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya everybody is accepting that Ramanujacharya is Adishesha, it's Lakshmana, is Balarama, and some people in Deshika Sampradaya are saying that after Ramanuja, again he came as Vedanta Deshika.
Yeah.
Okay, and the Tenacharya Sampradaya is saying again he came as Manavala Mamuni.
Yeah.
Okay,
Both are contemporaries.
right. Is it possible? I guess it's possible for God to also make two avatars at the same time.
Yeah, Parashurama and Rama,
Krishna and Balarama.
and Krishna and Balaram.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
One other question you were mentioning about we think of all our acharyas as being nityasuris.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's common for Vaishnavas to think of their acharya as being a nityasuri who has come down like Jaya Vijaya to do the prachar, to do the preaching work. It's common.
Yeah.
So the question is, if we think that all acharyas are nityasuris, then who is the person who has become a perfect person by following the system of property or the system of bhakti yoga? All of them are perfect already. All of them are perfect already. If we think my acharya is already perfect, then where is the example of somebody who did property or did bhakti yoga or did even karma yoga, jnana yoga, became perfect? If those people we think are already perfect because they were actually nityasuris.
I don't catch you.
You don't follow me? Okay. So we are told that you can become perfect and go to moksha by doing bhakti yoga or by doing property yoga. But we don't see any example of somebody who is perfect because they're all there in Vaikuntha. But we say that our acharya is perfect, that he has come from Vaikuntha. He's a nityasuri. But is it true that all acharyas are nityasuris?
No, the Lord, by his sankalpa, brings down some of them to the earth to lead the people.
Right, but not all of them.
Not all of them.
No.
He chooses. He
Right.
chooses.
Right, but out of respect, we feel that our acharya is also one of those nityasuris.
Yeah.
But he may or may not be a nityasuri.
May not be. May not come back again.
No prapana will come back. That is accepted. No prapana will come back. But the question is, my acharya, is he a nityasuri who came, or was he a bada jiva, a bada?
Bhattajiva.
Yeah, was he a bada jiva, and he, did property, and he is awaiting to go to moksha? Is he awaiting to go to moksha, or did he already go to moksha and he's come back?
Generally, as a principle, you must always believe that your own acharya is a nityasuri.
I see. So
the kind of respect you must have in your mind.
I see. As respect. Okay. Good.
We never say, even our own ancestors, whether they go to heaven or hell or what we call Pitrulokam, the world of ancestors. And again, hell called Put, P-U-T, Put. So we never know. But we believe that all of them have gone to Vaikuntha, our ancestors. Don't we believe that our ancestors have gone to Vaikuntha?
Right. We believe that our ancestors, if we're Sri Vaishnavas and they were Vaishnavas and they did property, they must go to Vaikuntha.
Yeah.
But still, we do the Shraddha, we do the
No,
Tarpana.
whether they did prapatti or not, we don't know. But talking about our own ancestors, because we are concerned with him, we love them, we love our ancestors. Therefore, we always believe that they have gone to Vaikuntha. Though we say in Tamil, they reached the feet of the preceptor. Acharyan Tiruvadi Adaindar, we say.
Yes.
The Acharyan actually means the Lord. The Acharya is the Lord. So they have reached the lotus feet of the Lord.
Right. We can all, I mean, we can also, the Acharya must also be there. He's also going to be there. So, yeah. So
And some people also say, according to some shastras, you can also meet them there.
meet them there.
Yeah.
Well, naturally, if somebody, if Acharyam passes away and he goes to Vaikuntha, and then we pass away and we go to Vaikuntha, or our parents pass away and go to Vaikuntha, then naturally everybody's there in Vaikuntha. So naturally we can meet them, right?
Yeah. You can identify them, not meet them in the sense. All the Nityajoris are similar in status.
I see. So I said, but we have complete jnana.
Yeah.
So then we should be able to identify them, even if they look the same.
Yeah, right. The only thing is, there's no difference in status as you are the disciple, he is the preceptor, and so on.
No, because again, the true status will be that we're all servants of God. So
the knowledge is also in equal footing.
Yeah. So you're saying in Vaikuntha we're all equal. All the servants are equal. So there's no taratamya. There's no gradation.
Yeah. There's no animosity. There's no.
But there's also no gradation that God is there, and then my guru is there, and I'm there, and therefore I have to also revere my guru in Vaikuntha. So
no gradation.
So there's no reverence for Acharya in Vaikuntha. Is it?
Yeah. Then there's no gradation.
There's no gradation.
Everyone is equally respected.
I see. Okay. Good.
No, because all this we understand only through shastras. We know we don't have first-hand experience.
Yes, we don't have first-hand experience because we can only get experience by going there, and we cannot come back to give the experience to others. So yes, understandable. So then when a Sri Vaishnava does Shraddha and he does Amavasya Tarpanam and everything, he is doing, because it is in the Shastra, that it is God's order, Bhagavad Gita, that he should do it. But he's not thinking that his parents are in Pitriloka. He's thinking that his parents are in Vaikuntha.
Right. Right.
But the offerings of Shraddha and Tarpana are going to Pitriloka, or are they going to Vaikuntha?
Vaikuntha.
So when we do Shraddha, when a Sri Vaishnava does Shraddha or Tarpana, the offerings are going to Vaikuntha?
A symbolic representation of the ancestors is in the form of these people whom you feed.
Right.
Whom you offer the feast.
Right. The Brahmins that are fed in the annual Shraddha, they're representing the Ashwins and the
ancestors.
And the ancestors.
Vishnu is one leaf.
Vishnu, Ashwins.
Vishvedeva. And Pitru.
And Pitris, okay. But so they're representing, but the actual benefit of the Shraddha goes to somebody in Vaikuntha or in Pitriloka.
Yeah, naturally, because we have to believe that they are in Vaikuntha. But there is no need for what we call food there.
Right. Okay. But so the benefit will go there to go to them in Vaikuntha, but they don't need any benefit in Vaikuntha.
Yeah.
They have
and again, we expect also the blessings from them.
from
Your
Vaikuntha.
ancestors will bless you. So, with the expectation of blessing, we do.
So when we do the Nandi Shraddha,
Yeah.
the Nandi Shraddha before we do any work,
yeah.
we're asking for the blessings from the people, our ancestors in
Ancestors.
Vaikuntha.
Yeah. Gopala,
Swan-
Govindacharya, by his astrological knowledge, will say that a particular person suffers because of Pitru Shapam, the curse from the ancestors.
But this is what I wanted to ask, Swami. That isn't it that when a Sri Vaishnava does Tarpanam and Pindadanam and etc.
Right.
First of all, you do Satvika Tyagam, you end with Satvika Tyagam, and then for Tinachari Sampradaya, we also do Kayena Vacha Manasendriyeva. And we offer everything to Srimanarayana. So where's the question of any benefit going to anyone except to God?
Because I mean, right. You said right. You said it right. There, the God is also one with all the Nityasuris. So the benefit goes to the God. In turn, what we call the propitiation, the worship. That's all. Then in turn, it is returned to you in the form of blessing. You have a happy life here.
So in the Vaikuntha Ekadasi festival, when Nam Perumal goes to the Vaikuntha Dwara, there is a one mandapa called Viraja Mandapa, and they say that he stops in the Viraja Mandapa, and all of the souls that are following him, all of the people who are following him to Vaikuntha, he does the shraddhas he does the rites, the death rites for all those people who are going to Vaikuntha. This is something that was told to me when they take.
There is one classic example in Kumbakonam, otherwise called Tirukudandai in Vaishnava parlance. Alvar, Tirumaishi Alvar, is given oblations, final oblations, what you call the obsequies done by Aramadan. It's called Aparyapta Mrita, name of the Lord. It's called, otherwise called Sarangapani. Sarangapani temple. So here the God does Shraddha for the Alva.
Is there
That's a tradition.
So do they reenact it every year, or
every year?
Every year. So Sarangapani does the annual Shraddha for Tirumala Sayawar. Is it? Okay. But somebody had told me that when Nam Perumal goes to this Viraja Mandapam, the Viraja Mandapam is just before the Paramapadavasal. So just before going through the Vaikuntha gate on Vaikuntha Ekadasi, just before going through that's why they say they're wanting everybody to follow Nam Perumal when he goes through the gate. Everybody wants to go behind him and go with him to Vaikuntha. This is, of course, symbolic of going to the real Vaikuntha.
That's all.
Yeah.
Symbolical representation. Doing the Shraddha for the Alvar by Sarangapani. Sarangapani is again the symbolic representation of the affection towards the devotee.
Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha.